What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. On today's video, I am going to talk to you guys about this 2025 Toyota Camry, which in my opinion, I believe is a sleeper. So this 2025 Toyota Camry is actually the new family car now. My wife actually, we downsized and we came from a Highlander. Now we'll be driving the 2025 Toyota LE Hybrid. So before I used to think it was a bad thing that these were only offered in the hybrid system, but I gotta be honest, this is a sleeper right here, guys. So we're gonna talk about some of the things that I like, some of the things that I don't like. Starting with, even though it is a push start, it does not come with touch sensors on the door. So if you wanna get in, you can no longer reach your hand in there because there's no touch sensors on the door. You have to still take the key out and unlock the door manually. So of course, we just got the windows tinted. So I don't want to roll the windows down, but this is the LE model, guys. Like I said, we just really wanted to simplify some more and just kind of like downgrade it and downsize. So we went with the LE Camry. But if you look inside, there's not really much going on. And that's some of the things that I wish Toyota was, go back to the roots and do. Enough with the fancy electronics. Give us the option to buy a basic car that would not give us any headaches and problems. As you can see, no panoramic roofs. No sunroof, nothing. And like I said, this is a sleeper, guys. I do like that they gave us the automatic AC control system. And like I said, the MPG on this car, you can't beat it, guys. The interior, basic, but that's one of the things that I wish Toyota would stick with all their cars. Give us the option to buy something basic, without any gimmicks and high-tech electronics that's going to give us issues later down the road. I do like they gave us a digital combination meter. It does come with automatic headlights. See if I can get a shot. Automatic headlights, and I do like the feature that it comes with blind spot as well. Other than that, there's not really a whole lot going on in here. So, but this right here, I think this is one of the best models you can pick up right now at Toyota. I ain't even gonna lie. If there's a model out there that you're thinking about buying for you, yourself, your family, your daughter, this is it right here. Like I said, this is why I picked it up. These are been out for a while now, and we don't see them in the shop for nothing. The engine has already been tested and proven, the A25A. Matter of fact, let's go underneath the hood. Let's go take a look. Now we're underneath the hood. Let's talk about some of the things that I like and some of the things that I don't like. First thing first, the A25A FXS motor is fairly simple to work on. I really like that, they kept this original platform. We don't really see any issues with the A25A. They originally introduced this engine in the 2018 Camry about 7 years ago. So this engine's been out for a while now, and we have seen no issue with it. Matter of fact, when they first came out, they had problems with the port injectors that would sometimes leak, too much fuel and cause a misfire. So they had issues with the port injectors and the direct injectors underneath the intake, the high pressure ones. But ever since they first came out in the 2018 models, we haven't seen too much issues. Now, at first, like I said, I was a little hesitant to get one of these because the only option that they offer now is a hybrid model. But this hybrid powertrain, guys, is solid. No issues at all. The inverter, we haven't seen issues with Toyota hybrid system inverter since the 2010 through 2015 Toyota Prius. And even then, they came out with a special service campaign to help all of the customers out there. But other than that, we have no hybrid inverter system issues. So very solid hybrid system right here. Again, simplicity. We have our air box filter right here that we can easily change our air filters ourselves. We don't need to go into the dealership to get it done. Just unclip these two little clips right here. Air filter is right underneath that. Simplicity is good, guys. And some people will say, hey, Junior, how did you and your wife go from a 2024 Highlander XLE to a 2025 Toyota Camry LE base model? Like I said, this engine right here with the combination of this hybrid system is top tier, guys. It's really a sleeper right now that most people don't know about. They're thinking the 2025 Toyota Camry is just like, any other Camry that's been released. But if you drive one of these, it really feels solid. And the gas mileage, it's only something you got to witness for yourself. Now, this engine is not all good. I will tell you, there are some things that I wish, it didn't have. Starting with this right here. Let me turn on the light. The electric water pump. Now, the electric water pump on the 825A engine, sooner or later, is going to give you a check engine light. And that's not because it's, the engine is failing or anything. It's just, it's simple. The good thing is it's easy to get to, but it's electronic controlled water pump instead of a regular belt driven, water pump that has no wires, no electrical connectors. We are now in the phase in our lifetime where we are using electronic water pump. And what tends to happen is the ECM, this ECM right here, will command the water pump to spin at 3,000 RPMs, and the water pump will send back to the ECM that, hey, I'm only spinning at maybe 700, or maybe I'm stuck at 300 RPMs. And guess what's going to happen? You're going to get a nice check engine light in your combination meter. So these water pumps at higher mileage, you can expect to save up some money to replace one. But the good thing is the water pump is fairly easy to get to. The bad thing is they can get a little costly. You'll find some on Amazon that are, readily available and cheap, but I wouldn't trust anything from, aftermarket when it comes to these kind of water pump, because sometimes the ECM does recommend or command it to spin at high RPMs. And if you live in a hot climate state and you've been driving for a while, you want to travel from New York to Florida, this is not the time for me to wonder if my water pump can handle that kind of heat and demand from the engine. So I always recommend going with Toyota, especially when it comes to something that important for the engine. So another thing that was an issue with the 825A engine, but not necessarily with the engine itself, is this bypass valve. I have a video on replacing this bypass valve. It was such a common failure that Toyota actually came out with a TSB to help customers out there. So again, hopefully this new updated part number stop giving the engine maintenance required message and code on the combination meter. Hopefully Toyota got it right this time. But again, it's nothing that's gonna get you stranded and get you stuck on the side of the road. It's all fairly easy stuff to replace. I actually have a video on how to replace this bypass valve on the 825 engine. I have one on the RAV4 that I did, and I believe I have one on the Corolla as well. The Corollas are even easier in Camrys, but the RAV4s, similar setup, they don't really pay much. So even if you do have to pay out of pocket, it's fairly easy to replace. Boy, we hate doing them under warranty though, especially the water pump. Under warranty, guys, this water pump pays about 1.2 hours. Us technicians, when the car is out of warranty, we don't mind charging maybe 2.5 to do one of these jobs. But when you got to do it for 1.2, it's a slap in the face, especially with all these cars having extended warranties, and extended warranty companies, they want warranty time. So a lot of the technicians in the shop, they hate when this water pump replacement job becomes, an extended warranty job. This one would be a lot easier because the alternator is not here. Normally the alternator will be sitting right here, but because it's a hybrid system, we don't need an alternator. Just go in the back, and we don't even have to say anything about these spark plugs. So when it's time to change out your spark plug, grab yourself an 8mm, zip these ignition coils off, and you can change them yourself. Back there, you got your air-fuel ratio sensor. Now look how easy it is to get to the air-fuel ratio sensor. And then you just follow the wire, connect it right here. I could literally, stick my hand back here easily. Oh, you want to replace this catalytic converter? Look how easy it is for me to get to this shield and to replace the bolts as well. And right down there is actually your electric steering pump right here for your electric steering. Here in the corner, you have your ABS actuator. Again, I love that they use the 825A FXS engine in this one. And look at that oil right there, 0W8 pretty much water, guys. So this thing is very, 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 use a very thin oil. I don't know how I feel about that, but I'm no engineer, so that's what it calls for. That's what I'm gonna put in. And what we're gonna do, change the engine oil at least every 5,000 miles on this hybrid system right here. But yeah, guys, I figured I'd just do a quick review. If you guys thinking about getting a new car, if you're on the market and you're not looking for a truck or an SUV, yeah, I just wanted to show you guys, you know, the good and the bad about this new 2025 Toyota Camry. It is a sleeper, guys. Don't underestimate it. I think it's a very reliable car. We don't see it in the shop with no issues. The engine's been out for a while and it's been proven to be solid. So hope you guys found this video informative. And if you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. As always, thanks for watching.